Ladies and gentlemen and people who are on the Discord, my name is... Why is this blind pick? Oh yeah, that's right, because we're doing the Ionia thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the... I was very confused. Welcome to the Faction Wars show match. My name is Can Opener Dude, and I am joined here by Ray Shun, one of our newer casters. We're going to be doing something a little special here. We're going to be playing Ionia versus Ionia as far as the Faction Wars goes today. So each and every one of these champions has to be related to Ionia in some way or form.
Yeah, we've got the Ionian Civil War for you today. I'm excited to see how it pans out. We've got the best casters in the world ready to give you every detail of what's going on.
So I do like the fact that there is only one ADC among these 10 champions.
That's the double Aurelia. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other Aurelia Ionian ADCs. I really don't think so.
Yeah, you've got Jhin, and
that's it.
I mean, Yasuo, kind of. He does attack damage.
Yeah, he does attack damage, and he does appear on the bot list. If you click the bot list, he is in there, though he's always banned in draft picks, so you hardly ever see him. So yeah, that's
Varus is
Varus
also.
Yes, we got Varus as well. That's a good point. So interesting to see that they went with the Yasuo instead of going with Varus. Yasuo obviously will have has some advantages over a bot lane, but I'll let you talk about that in just a moment. But we do have a pretty cool lineup of champions here. I'm just going to run down. We've got the Shen, the Aurelia. Shen, top lane, obviously. Aurelia in the jungle. Ahri in the mid lane. And Yasuo Rakan on the bot lane. And then on the other side, we've got the Aurelia top lane, as well as a Kayn in the jungle. A Wukong mid, and then Jhin Karma bot lane. So what exactly do you think we should expect from these lanes?
So I think top lane is going to be pretty static. I mean, you've got a Shen. Not really too much is going to be happening up there, especially because Shen's really good at stopping himself from being auto-attacked, and that's most of Aurelia's damage other than the Q. Yeah. I think Shen's going to be doing a lot of work because really their only magic damage is going to come from the Karma, which really falls out as you get into the late game. So I think Shen's going to really be able to do a lot of work there. The bot lane, I'm actually leaning towards the Yasuo Rakan. I think they've got a really good pressure once they hit 6, because Rakan can land that knock-up if he manages it. They're just going to need to survive to level 6.
Yeah, I think that will be something very interesting to see here. The Rakan Yasuo synergy, obviously very, very strong, something we should definitely watch out for. Bit unfortunate that they didn't get the Wukong as well. What do you think about this Wukong going up against Ahri in the mid lane?
That's going to be difficult. I mean, Ahri's going to have a lot of poke, and as long as she kind of stays back and doesn't get whacked too much, she should come out pretty far ahead. But like if Wukong's able to kind of dodge a charm and then EQ, you could see a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, I think that lane, it's basically just going to come down to Ahri farming until level 6, and then Wukong can try and do something. But we'll have to see what that does. We are going to go back into a short break. That was a very quick champion select because it was blind pick, but we are going to wait out the last couple seconds here of the spectator delay and get into game, and then we're going to see exactly who wins in this Ionia versus Ionia show match. Spoilers, it's going to be Ionia. But
I think Aurelia's team really has the advantage here.
Yeah, I think that in the end, whoever wins, I also think that Aurelia is going to end up losing. And so we'll have to see how that goes. So we will be back once we are in game. Stay with us.
the sun steps down and escapes the day, we'll calmly walk away from the fray. When structure falls and all else fails, we will build it once again. Turns to gray, we'll calmly walk away from the fray. When structure falls and all else fails,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ionia v Ionia Faction War show match. My name is again Can Opener Dude, and I am again joined by Ray Shun. We are getting into match here to see these two titans of weeb culture go against each other in this show match. As we load into the Rift, I'm going to read out the team names and everything for us. On the blue side, representing Ionia, we have... I actually closed the wrong thing. Give me a second. And on the blue side, representing Ionia, we have the Gold Diggers. In the top lane, Mega Satan, or Mega Stan, whatever that is. In the jungle, the Koalaminators. In the mid lane, Airy 95. Bot lane, we have Morando and Spoon-Fed Kyle. Karma's going to get caught out there. That's going to be the W for Rakan. She's been charmed. She's got a flash, but it's not going to matter as she does fall down for the first blood over to Airy. That's a taunt on to Jer the Bear playing this Wukong. He's going to get a fair bit of damage. He may actually need to go. He will end up going back here. Airy will catch him with the charm, get a little bit more damage, delay him enough that he will miss minions there. Mega Satan ends up catching in Kevin Hua 280. And Kevin Hua? I don't know. One of those two. In any case, that's the Gold Diggers team. On the other side, we have Team Can't Make Our Minds Up, nor can I make my mind up about where I want this directed camera to go. In the top lane, we have Kevin Hua 280. On this Aurelia. In the jungle, we have Bloodmark playing that Kayn. Jer the Bear in the mid lane on Wukong. Mango Tango, there goes the E from Wukong, gets that electrocute proc off. Mango Tango playing Jhin in the bot lane, and then Vitamilk on support here, rocking that Conqueror Karma. Whew, that was a lot of words. So, how's the jungle path going to work out for this? Looks like it's going to be going somewhat vertical so far.
Yeah, it looks like Kayn kind of taking a more, aggressive approach, because Aurelia can't quite do too much, so it looks like they're just going to kind of divide that jungle path down by the middle a little bit.
Gonna take a tower shot there.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, a little bit of fun in the early game. You never know what's going to happen here at Learning Fives. Little bit
okay,
of
up in the top lane, that is going to be a taunt on to Kevin Hua. There's going to be a flash charm onto Jer the Bear. He's going to need to flash in return. He's not going to be able to make it out of there. Koalaminator's able to Blade Surge onto him and secure the kill. That's going to be a missed flourish there by Spoon-Fed Kyle. He will get rooted up by the Karma. That does mean a lot of damage. His shield comes up at just the right time to ensure he doesn't take any more damage, though. Excellent shield timing there, Riot. Well done.
Yeah, it looks like this bot lane's kind of just biding their time until they can, make a play. Yasuo's got to be a little more careful with his
that's going to be a root onto Morando. He is going to fall to the combination of damage there. The Grand Entrance knocks up Karma, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, really strong kind of composition there. It really allows them to, turn, a small bit of poke into just an easy kill if Jin's able to land his snare. yeah, Yasuo was just a little too far forward and was punished really hard for it, so he's got to be a little more careful in the future.
Yeah, that level 1 wind wall, it does block projectiles. That's going to be a go in there by Jer the Bear. I don't really feel like that engages too much. Messes up the W as well, so he still gets hit by the Orb of Deception in and out. He's down to about 100 health. Kevin Hua going in again. He's going to miss the stun. Meanwhile, Spoon-Fed Kyle is going to get the grand entrance, but it doesn't mean anything. Blood Merc is in the mid lane.
Yeah,
Hello,
Kane
Blood Mark,
dropping
how are
by.
you?
Oh,
And that's going to be an Ignite. Jer the Bear going in at exactly the wrong time. He is going to fall, but Eri will fall as well to Blood Merc. Deciding
Yeah.
to go in just as the Ignite went down onto him. Probably a bit of a problem. And there goes the taunt into Koala Feds Masters, whatever the hell his name is. Kevin Hua is going to fall before he can even get his E off. That name is the Koalinators. Koalinators.
yeah. So we've had a lot happening. Aurelia's Koalinators on Aurelia has a pretty sizable lead right now, 2-0-1 on that Aurelia. We've also got a lot of gold onto that Ahri mid lane. Hopefully gonna see them kind of pop off here. We'll see what kind of comes of their lead. Just a lot of kind of skirmishes all over the place though. We've got Kane taking Krugs right now too. Might set up to kind of pressure that bot lane a little more to stop that farm.
Yeah, he's a bit low leveled, I think, to be ganking under tower, so he may just try to put some pressure down here, but Koalinators is going to find him. He's going to need to get away from there. The lane, his opponent's lane is closer, so he's going to have to run through the jungle here. Spoon-Fed Kyle flashes over the wall to make sure he hits him. That's going to be an Ignite. Mirando gets the flash as well. The Empowered Shield is going to make sure he gets out okay. That will give up dragon pressure to Team Mega Weeb. No, not Mega Weeb. Gold Digger.
Yeah, we've got Gold Digger and can't make our minds up.
Yeah, I can't make up my mind about which team is which. And there's Kevin Hua just doing some blade surges. That stun's going to land. He may be able to pick the kill up here. The taunt damage reduction is not enough.
Meanwhile,
Kevin
blue side gets that Windrake though. Gonna help them a little more out with those roams that they seem to have really grown fond of.
Yeah, Koalinators and Eri are both going to want to be roaming a lot at this point. Eri's lane opponent in Jer the Bear on this Wukong does not have the real ability to push in here. So I expect a lot of roams to be coming out. Again, I'm stepping into the analyst realm. I gotta stop doing that.
It's sort of our job.
Yeah.
But
Here comes Koalinators again with that Air Dragon boost. He's going to hit the stun. Kevin Hua is going to miss it. He's going to Blade Surge to his mirror matched opponent to get out. WTF to Aurelia's. Kevin Hua lives.
Find. Yeah, I want to see Eri kind of really hard shove this lane and then roam whenever possible, because Wukong really can't clear too well. And, you know, you got to be
That's
careful.
That's going to be a lot of damage down on the Jer the Bear. If Eri wanted to go in on this, he could.
One more.
And, oh, he's under tower. Good
Ignite
choice
too.
there. Oh,
he had Ignite.
Yeah, he had Ignite. Didn't think to pop it. That would be a dead Jer if the Ignite had been popped. But if Jer does stick around here, it basically means Eri gets the kill. Oh, and the ultimate from Jer the Bear following, but the Ignite return, because you can Ignite while CC'd, means...
That cannon minion too, doing a little bit of work there.
So that is a shutdown.
I really respect the aggressiveness there from Jer the Bear, though. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's going to give him a little bit of gold in his pocket. He's down about 600, so we'll see
was
what
that a shutdown?
It was not a shutdown. The previous kill he got onto Eri was, in fact, a shutdown.
Gotcha. Yeah, but at this point, it's not too bad to trade with that Ahri, I think.
Yeah.
Especially because he really wants, like, that Ghost Blade. Or he might be going for Duskblade, but either way, that first kind of item spike is really good on Wukong once you start getting that lethality.
Yeah, and even besides that, when you're behind, Koalinators getting hit up here by Bloodmerc. They are going to fight. Now, the blue team is here first, but Umbral Trespass keeps Bloodmerc alive. He is going to get healed and get out. That's going to be a wind wall to ensure that the blue team does, in fact, get out safe. Jer the Bear going back in, gets charmed by Eri here. Eri very, very low. Jer has
Yeah.
a lot of damage now, so he can fight this Ahri if Ahri
Ari's
is not
dead.
careful. That's gonna be the
Oh!
flash, but the trigger finger taunt, charm
Charm.
goes
Yeah, good
in on
reflexes
him.
on that charm right there. I mean, it really looked like Jer had it because of the, like, I kind of mentioned earlier that, you know, as long as Jer the Bear is able to dodge those charms and those orbs, he can actually output a lot of damage and then just get away for free with W. So it's it's really up to the Ahri here to kind of dictate what happens, you know, as
Yeah.
long as. So
Yeah, this is why she should be roaming. I really do think.
yeah,
Because Wukong is gonna start getting these catch-up kills, and we really don't want to see that if you're on Ares' team here. You want to keep him locked down. So the best way to keep him locked down, that's gonna be a grand entrance followed by the quickness, but it doesn't really do much here. Followed by grand stage fall open
root and
What's-
tooty, point and shooty. That's what it's.
curtain call. That's
Curtain
the guy.
call, yeah.
It's one of those theater thingies. It's gonna be a plate. Another grand entrance does not connect, but the ignite is on Spoon-Fed Kyle. He gets hit by a W. He might go
They
down.
gotta be careful here. I think they should back like a little bit
Pronto.
ago. There you go.
Yeah, they are
But
gonna back
Wukong,
here.
Wukong. Oh, is he gonna do it?
Gonna
Is
try.
he gonna do it? Oh, gets the one.
Gets the one. Morando, of course, gets out. He started his back a little bit sooner. Unfortunately, Kyle will end up falling there. Qualinators and
Ooh.
Kevin Hua going to be fighting again as Mega Satan joins the fight. Kevin Hua getting very low. He's using the W, but it won't really matter in the end. He is going to fall to Qualinators. Fights
Great
across
flash.
the map here.
Great flash from Koalinators there to catch that kill. Yeah, that was just really well done, I think, to get that second E right there. Ooh, this is
Bloodmurk
bad.
onto Airy here. Airy gonna be able to do stuff here. The Humble Trespass does go off, gives him a little bit of health. Will use
Maybe
the
could have followed
ultimate.
up. Ooh.
Ooh, doesn't hit the second half of Orb of Deception, doesn't get the true damage. That's a tower down before tower plating falls. That's a lot of gold over to the red team, and they definitely need it with Wukong being where he is right now.
Yeah.
They need to have this bot lane ahead, and Mango Tango is doing his absolute best to get them there.
Yeah, and if you look at the CS difference too, I mean, Jin's up by 15 CS on Yasuo right now, so that's a pretty sizable chunk of gold. And then you factor in the tower gold and the turret plating. I think the Jin Karma lane really paid off for them. They were able to apply a ton of pressure on the bot side of the map, and I kind of want to see what they are able to do with that. Like, I want them to rotate to a different lane and push that tower down too before.
So blue team's going in on this dragon here. I don't really like this because they don't know where the enemy team is at all. Bloodmark being Kane makes this a true 50-50.
And you've
They
got a
do have the
Wukong.
one. They do have the numbers advantage, but here comes Jared the Bear. This is just going to be him killing everyone. Now Bloodmark gets to pick up the dragon. Quellinators does pick up a kill onto Mango Tango, but falls to Jared the Bear, who picks up a triple kill, putting him massively back into this game and actually ahead in gold over Airy.
Yeah, they just shouldn't have. Like you said, they shouldn't have kind of given the Wukong a chance to get back into the game, and they really did.
And not even just Wukong, but also Bloodmurk here is also hasn't been having the best early game so far. Not many of his ganks have been going off too well.
Yeah, especially not compared to Qualinators.
But like that dragon call, it's like, okay, we don't see anyone on the map. This is the perfect time to get dragon, and there's why you don't let Jared get ahead. Spoonfed Kyle really can't do too much here.
Yeah, I think.
Flourish there is going to not do much.
There you go. Not
But
even.
Airy has some stuff.
Yeah, good work from Airy there, getting that 500 bounty. You know, and hopefully that building towards a Zanya's there looks like
Yeah,
at
that'll
least
help.
eventually. Hopefully that will at least allow Ahri to survive the team fights if the backline gets dove, but I don't know. We'll see if that pays off.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this Ari's items build so far, but on the same, by the same token, not a big fan of Mango Tango's build either. So, I think both
Infinity
teams,
Edge. Let's go. We
So,
are.
I'm
we are in
I'm
season
enjoying what I'm
5.
seeing. So that's going to be a bad choice by Bloodmerc there. He
Yeah,
had the
looks
right
like-
idea, but just a little too far forward.
Yeah, it might be a. I don't know though. I think Jared the Bear might be able to pull this one off. Does he? He doesn't have ultimate yet though.
No, he does not have ultimate. I don't think this is necessarily. I think they should probably just move towards mid lane and start taking this here. But
Aurelia?
Kevin Law
Oh.
coming in. He does have a lot of damage in his pocket, but he will immediately get charmed and killed. Jared the Bear going to pick up Spoon-Fed Kyle. He's going to need to get out of here, but he's not going to be able to. The taunt does hit him up on the backside. You have Mango Tango going in on the Qualinators, but he's going to fall as well to the combination of Blade Surge and Stand United, plus the ultimate, whose name I'm forgetting, Vanguard's Edge. That's a dumb name. Now they're going to be able to look towards this mid lane. They have the Rift Herald. Probably not the best to drop it just yet. Should probably take
Maybe
this
they can
tower
burst
first.
it down. Okay.
Yeah.
At least they didn't waste the charge, but they've got to be careful that someone doesn't snipe that Herald yet. But
Yeah,
Looks like they're
you
gonna-
you don't want to splat a Herald on a tower that's that low. Qualinators going in a bit far. The Humble Trust Pass does force Kane back into the entire enemy team, but they will back up here. Kevin Hua trying to do something. There comes Jared the Bear with the big old knockup. That's going to be a flourish from Deadly Flourish from the Jhin, but now Kevin Hua getting very, very low. He's going to end up falling to Morando. Picks up a kill. Little BM with the emote there. 1-for-1 trade in the end. Both Aurelia's dead.
so back to that Rift Herald fight. Looks like the Edge went way over to blue in that actually. I think
Yeah.
Jared the Bear shouldn't have gone in there at all. I think they should have just kind of called it a day with that Rift Herald and said, okay, that's fine. We'll let them get the Herald, but we'll defend our tower. And since they, tried to contest Herald, they lost a lot for it. Trading back for a tower, though, we'll see how that kind of ends up happening. Kane already starting to counter jungle, too. And it looks like they're ever just going to reset now. So, yeah, the game's actually still really even in terms of gold, though, in spite of all the back and forth.
Oh, probably because of the back and forth, I think.
Yeah.
Just because of, look at where all the gold is centered on these two teams. You got the two mid laners, which have a whole crap ton of gold on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the two junglers that also have a significant amount of gold on them. So this game is going to really focus around which team can roam and get to where they need to be faster. And I think blue team has an advantage here just based off of movement speed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot more. You've got a ton of mobility on the side of blue team, and you've also got Shen there who can stand united onto one of these roams, so he's able to kind of hold his lane, keep that tower safe, but also.
Qualinators going in here, follow with the taunt. Mango Tango going to fall here. Kevin Hua's not probably going to be very long for this world. Either uses the W, but it's not going to matter. Vanguard's Edge finished the kill off, kind of a BM there.
Ooh.
Jared the Bear going to get the Cyclone spin thing. He's going to get very low. Mega Satan going to be knocked up here. Went for the Ross from Bloodmerc. Mega Satan trying to get onto Jared the Bear, but not able to. He's going to continue to fight Bloodmerc because he doesn't really have much else to do. He is going to end up following. That's the wrong one there, Mega Satan.
Oh, got him!
Oh, but he does manage to pick up Jared the Bear in the end. I think I'm a little bit behind. Let me speed up there. But on the other side, blue team does pick up a Ocean Drake, get them a little bit of regen.
Yeah, regen's gonna be really good at this stage in the game when they're trying to group up and push down towers, and you're gonna have that. It's gonna really kind of take the pressure off them from that Karma poking at them. So I think Karma's gonna want to move towards more of like a peel roll for Jhin, because you're not really gonna get much mileage out of all that poke now
Yeah.
with the Ocean Drake. Yeah.
Now they still do have an excellent siege comp here, so I would
True.
like to see if they want to try something out, but again, with the Ocean Drake disadvantage, it does make it much, much harder, so we'll see what they go for here, but it looks like right now they're going for more or less a standard 1-3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see as the game progresses here. Spoon-Fed Kyle just gonna hit that Q and walk away. I really need to figure out what Aurelia's W is called because I keep calling it Aurelia's W. Defiant Dance. What the?
Yeah, they got all these goof because she's a blade dancer or whatever, and she
then
dances
Flawless
to defy Noxus.
Duet. Is her E like?
Oh yeah,
Come on, ride it.
yeah. They give them all weird
Weird.
names now.
All right, Kevin Hall getting a little picked out here. Flawless Duet is going to land on Koala
There you
Leaders.
go.
Yeah, we got it now. I already forgot what the W was named. Defiant Dance. I knew it was Dance something. All right. Jer the Bear going to go in. He's going to hit that knock up onto Airy. Airy going to hit the stun. That's a big ass shield from Shen there. Now the team fight's starting to turn here. I'm expecting the Vanguard's Edge to eventually come out, but Kevin Hua does end up falling to Mega Satan. Airy using that R to bait out the knockup, but not really going to pick up much more off of that. Cyclone, that's the name of Cook's ultimate. Oh, and that's the Deadly Duet hitting too. Vanguard's Edge allows him to go in onto Jer the Bear. He's under the tower, though, thanks to Vitamilk's root, and he will end up falling to Mango Tango.
I want to see Jer the Bear kind of pick his engages a little more carefully, because he needs to kind of be aware of that. You know, you either go in and you kill their backline and you wipe their team, or you go in and you don't kill their backline. And if you don't kill their backline, you lose. So, you know, if you go in on that Ahri and you land your ultimate, but then Rakan goes and gets you, you can't really do
Bloodmurk going in on Ares. Airy. I can say words. End up having to back out, though, after flashing in. W doesn't hit anyone there. He didn't realize that there were going to be a Mirando and a spoon-fed Kyle there.
Yeah, I want to see this Yasuo maybe get a couple more deaths so he can get that, like, 210 power spike.
Yeah, that's very important.
But in all honesty, I think he just hasn't been able to kind of get positioned right in these team fights to really do a lot of work. I think if he's able to kind of get past the Rakan and get onto that Jhin and that Karma, he should be able to burst them down pretty quickly, though.
And for his gold amount, he really hasn't picked up that much power yet. He has Static Shiv and a BF sword. He really doesn't have that much damage yet. I imagine the next time he goes back, he's going to be able to pick up an Infinity Edge, which will vastly increase the amount of damage he's going to be putting down. I do see Mango Tango building into a Kerchase Shard item. Imagining that is going to be the wonderful
Rapid Fire?
Stormy edgy guy. Storm's Edge? I think it's called Storm's Edge.
Oh yeah, Storm's Edge. That's the thing.
Edge of the Storm, Storm's Edge, something like that. It fits Yasuo more, but you know, it is what it is. In the end, we're gonna see a bit of a Baron dance here. They're going to go in on Koalinators. He is going to dodge the Cyclone. Curtain Call comes down. Now this is a bit of a bad team fight here for the red team. Things happening on all sides of the map here as Bloodmurk gets Uproll Trespass to his death. Kevin Hua going to use that Deadly Duet or something. So Deadly Duet? I don't think it's
Flawless Duet? Yeah, Flawless Duet, they're
Duet.
able to get that
Keep
one
them
extra
out.
second of CC to pick up the kill. And they've pivoted towards Baron with a 5v4 advantage.
Yeah, they still are missing a fair... They still haven't killed very many people here. Mango Tango, he's going to get himself caught, though. Mega Satan should be able to finish him off as long as he doesn't immediately run away like he just did. Bloodmurk is missing, though, so this will not be a 50-50 unless Jhin can get in there for a fourth shot. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. They're trying to do something here. That's going to be the Vanguard's Edge. Mango Tango is on the back line. He's going to immediately get popped by the charm. Jer the Bear's going in, but he is also going to get popped here by Koalinators. Vitamilk trying to do something. Kevin Hua going in, but also going to fall. That's going to be basically the whole team dead. Bloodmurk, they almost bought enough time for him to get back, but he will not be able to do anything. Man, that was closer than I would have expected.
Yeah, I think it was just a really... I thought it would go a lot worse for Red. Like, I thought they would have been a lot further away from getting anything. But they did almost burst down a few people. I think the problem was just that you had a full health Yasuo around a bunch of low health enemies. And it really just... They didn't really have much of a chance since Jer didn't even have his ultimate. And that's kind of been a big decider of these fights, whether or not Jer can land a really solid ultimate. So I feel like that maybe they should have just let that one go.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be what what they probably should have gone for. They are. Oh, hello, Bloodmurk. You happen to be near the dragon, just like every other time they've tried to go for a dragon. But Well,
You
this
know,
time they
just-
do have a situational advantage here, but they don't realize that the rest of the team is coming around the edge. They are going to try and death push, but that's probably just a really bad idea. Now, it is going to be a straight 5v5, but Mango Tango is way out of position for this. Bloodmerc going to be able to try and get it, but he's not going to be able to pick up the kill. That's going to be the whole red team just immediately falling down. The combination of knockups and damage that blue team is able to put out.
Yeah, it was a really pretty team fight, actually. We had a lot of, like, interesting looking abilities. But yeah, just blue team able to... I mean, they have a 6k gold lead at this point. So, you know, red's got to be a little more careful with just kind of trying to
But-
face roll into them.
I don't really think they're going to get a chance to be more careful.
No, it
That's
doesn't
more
look
or
like
less game. Vitamilk will be up, and Jared the Bear will be up in a couple seconds, but he does not have his ultimate here. 4v3 is going to make it very hard. They will go for the win, but I don't think they'll be able to get it per se. The Defiant Dance, Jared the Bear is going to almost go down. Without an ADC, though, it does make it difficult, so they are going to need to back off here. Mega Satan
Yeah.
getting awfully low. He is going to end up having to flash and taunt away, but he's still going to get hit by the Vanguard's edge and get very, very slowed. He's going to end up following, but they get a return kill onto Kevin Hua. Bloodmerc is back, and so is Mirando.
Yeah, it did look like blue could have ended there, but I guess they just didn't quite have enough damage, and they did end up going a little too far forward there and got picked off for it. I think they kind of just want to focus on getting other turrets down because they can pretty much get those for free at this point, instead of just kind of...
Jared the Bear just going in and spinning all over the place. Mirando going to fall as well, trying to crack this base, but not doing.
Right, I think blue needs to stop trying to just, you know, face roll into the base and more go for other objectives. Like, I think they should start pushing in those turrets a little more.
Yeah, that
If they
top
get an-
tower is still up.
Right, they still have a T1 up, like, at 25 minutes with a 4k gold lead.
Yeah, the real sad part here is they weren't able to get either of the Nexus turrets. It's a
Mhm.
big deal getting it that low and not being able to actually kill it, because they do regen life. It is a bit slow, but by the time they're able to push back into the base, it could be regen to half or even 3/4 health, so that certainly
Right.
does invalidate a lot of push power that they would have otherwise had. In addition, I don't believe that anyone on the blue team still has Baron. I think they all ended up dying. Yes, they did, so Baron pretty much wasted. They were
Yep.
able to get an inhibitor off of it, but not much else.
Yeah, maybe if they had, like, tried, like, a 1-3-1 or something with Aurelia, kind of, maybe Aurelia and Ari in the solo lanes, I think that would have worked out a lot better for them. Because then that would have kind of forced them to split off. Like, maybe Jared the Bear ults onto one person, but then he's not available for team fights. That would have at least allowed them to shred through more of these turrets, though.
Yeah,
Red's
I'm
still
wondering about what their
back in.
choices are here, but again, the lack of ADC does mean that blue team has very little power in pushing towers. They can't siege basically at all. Ahri is their only legitimate range champion. I mean, Kyle is technically... Kyle on this
He's
return-
ranged like Thresh is ranged, where you're like, come on, is he like really?
Yeah,
I don't
it's...
think if, yeah.
It, but at any point, it does make it very, very hard to push these towers in. They're gonna have to try something really special here. Almost have to death ball in for a team fight when this next wave crashes in. They're basically just trying to buy time because they do have to send at least one person. They actually sent two into that mid lane there. The skillful duet, the Vanguard's duet. I don't know what that
Flawless
is called.
duet.
Flawless. It's flawless, guys. Just like my pronunciation and skill knowledge. The flawless duet and combination with the Windwell allows them to push down that tower. Mid lane still has at least one super minion. I believe that will be the second to last super minion to come down the lane. We see the other one spawning in the base right now.
Yeah, the inhibitor is doing a lot of work for them there. Like, I don't think there's any way they could have gotten that T2 without the inhibitor pressure. And, you know, they were able to kind of realize, like, oh, hey, there's only 3 people here. We can just take this turret. But, you know, once that inhibitor respawns, it's going to be a lot harder for them to siege those turrets. Looks like they're waiting here for some sort of ambush. We'll see if that pans out for them.
Yeah, if they have the patience for this, this will work out well, because someone will eventually walk into this bush, and they really don't have much.
Right, and then they can just kind of snowball.
There's oh! The clairvoyance from Vitamilk to know that that's coming in, but the quickening does the quickness. Quickening. It's either the quickening or the quickness. All right, that's weird. Does mean that Bloodmurk will fall. They will turn back onto Baron here.
Yeah, I think this is the call. I mean,
yeah, I do
like,
really
I don't think they can get there in time, even if they knew about it.
Yeah,
I think they assumed that they reset after it.
I imagine that they are at least discussing, oh, they're probably at Baron, but it doesn't really matter. They can't really do anything about it. So the idea here would be to fast back and then get to a lane, any lane, be it top or mid. I don't really think you should probably go bot at this point, but you just basically you want to go into a lane, and everyone should have backed here, or everyone should have gone to Dragon. One of the two. They decided to try and do both, which means that half the team's going to be refreshed and half the team won't. If the if Qualinators and Mirando and Aerie decide they want to go back here, then that delays the push even more.
Right, and now you've got the only two people who went and bought were Rakan and Shen, right? So you don't have that Aurelia buying, you don't have that Ahri buying, you don't have that Yasuo buying. So
yeah, and Yasuo has 2,000 gold in his pocket, and Aurelia has 2,000 as well. Aurelia did end up going back and spending it. But now that Yasuo there is sitting on 2,000 gold that could be better spent making sure that this push works. Just leave the dragon. You don't need a second Infernal Drake at this point in the game. Just go for it. But in any case, we're not the players. We are the casters. Hindsight is 20/20. Yep. Our side is 30/20. They're going to take another tower and push in here. They are going for bot, which is interesting. I guess they're trying to make sure that all of the lanes will push in simultaneously. It's a good strategy, but I honestly think just kind of brute forcing both top and mid at the same time would have worked better in this situation. But yeah, what do I know?
I think mid's would have been a pretty good target because they can, if they're just aggressive enough, they can kind of just walk into it.
Jair the Bear just kind of walks into the team fight there. He's going to be able to immediately drop one of them. Mirando getting very low, but he is able to get a knockoff off and get a kill before he dies. Curtain Call doing work. Jair the Bear is going to end up doing something. Qualinators able to pick up a kill. Now Jair the Bear, the only one left alive. They really shouldn't be fighting this. They should just be going mid and getting the inhibitor and then ending the friggin' game.
Nah. Yeah, just kill the Nexus, guys. You got it.
Yep, well, they end up getting it in the end. A very, very messy team fight to end it off, but they are going to be able to pick up. I do like the engage there from Jair the Bear to just be like, hey, I'm going to walk in and ult.
Yeah, it almost worked.
That was weird. It almost worked, but, you know, there was a lot of damage coming down here. Mirando able to get off a good ult. Mega Satan just going to continue to hit this Nexus. The taunts there mean that now it's spoon-fed Kyle trying to get the ult. They may not be able to finish this off unless Qualinator actually hits the friggin' Nexus, and there's the game. Ionia wins. Ionia loses.
Knew it.
We called it. Casters always know who's going to win. And that was the first of these Faction War show matches. We're going to have a very interesting one coming up in a little bit here. Vandal City versus the Void. Ray's going to be joining you for that one as your color caster. I will not be joining him, but stick around for that. It's going to start around 8, maybe a little bit after, as we get those second set of teams set up. But thank you all for watching. On behalf of myself, I am Kano Dude. This is Ray Shun. Thank you all for watching. Stick around for that second game.